Thanks, guys. I am pumped to have another day highlighting Pro Devils as the Maroon and Gold continue to thrive post-college. Let's get into it. First, we'll start with the final update of the season on running back Cam Skattebo. In Week 8, the New York Giants and Philadelphia Eagles were in action when Skattebo attempted a catch and was tackled. His leg became trapped underneath of him, and the ankle turned in a violent way. He was carted off the field, placed in an air cast, and taken to the hospital for evaluation. The official diagnosis, a dislocated ankle in his lower right leg. Further reports elaborated that it included a fractured fibula and ruptured deltoid ligament. Skattebo will be out for the remainder of the 2025 season. However, he should be good picking up where he left off in 2026, as he was on pace for a monster season, averaging 4.1 yards per carry and was even a major part of the New York passing game as well. Should he make the same impact next season, he would be eligible for the NFL's Comeback Player of the Year award under the new guidelines for the honor. Next, staying on the gridiron, we'll go to Tampa Bay, Florida, where running back Rachaad White is having a solid season. This includes a 2-touchdown game about a month ago in Seattle. He's averaging roughly 4 yards a carry, and many NFL insiders are crediting his RB1 upside as a great compliment to quarterback Baker Mayfield and the success of the 6-2 Buccaneers. Along with his 0 turnovers this season, White is playing the perfect role that the Bucs need to look into a playoff run in 2026. Finally, we'll end with one of the most successful Pro Devils to ever do it. ASU alumnus Phil Mickelson and the Live Golf League, an open competitor to the PGA Tour, made headlines this week after changing the format of their tournaments. Mickelson was a part of the first ever Live event in June of 2022, when the tournament was still a 54-hole setup. This was a major difference from the PGA's 72-hole setup, and this made Live golfers ineligible for the major world golf ranking system, OWGR. With the new move to a 4-day 72-hole format, this could open the door to seeing more Live golfers, like Mickelson, compete for more high-level tournaments and major championships. And with that, I'll toss it back to the desk.
Now joining us at the desk is Brennan Bucher to talk about some ASU women's hoops. Thank you for being here, and how are we doing today?
We're doing great. Thanks for having me, guys.
Obviously, so ASU Sun Devils are off to a great start. They had a big win over San Diego. What did you take from that performance?
Well, through 3 games, the Sun Devils are 3-0. Last night, as it's been all year long, it was the Gabby Elliott show. The 5th-year guard at Detroit, Michigan put up 24 points and was an impressive 6 for 8 from three-point range. The team shot almost 64% from 3 last night, a long way from the 10% that they went from beyond the arc in their first game.
The Sun Devils brought in head coach Molly Miller. How would you describe her start to the season?
Well, Molly Miller is already writing her name in the history books as she was able to collect her 300th career win last night. She has been here for 3 games and is already making an impact, and what I look at is the great intensity she's bringing to ASU women's basketball. She started her first press conference by saying, "We create havoc." They forced San Diego into 20 turnovers last night, Coppin State into 33, and Eastern Washington into 19. They have yet to lead a game in turnovers, and the aggressive style of defense has paid off early in the year for the Sun Devils.
The Sun Devils will now head up north to take on Santa Clara. What would this team need to do to keep their perfect season intact?
The Broncos are currently 2-1 with a matchup at home versus Wyoming tonight. Kylie Fox is the most versatile player on the roster for Santa Clara and one of the most difficult ASU will have to guard in the early going of this season. She's a forward who stands nearly 6 foot tall, can run the floor, and shoot well. In fact, she's shooting at a 56% clip this year, including an 18-point game against Stanislaus State and 16 points against Texas A&M Corpus Christi. However, if the Sun Devils play their game, which will include an aggressive style of defense and a fast-paced offense, I see ASU having no problem extending its record to 4-0.
Thanks, Brennan.
It's time for Friday Night Lights College Football Edition. And boy, this should be a great matchup. The 24th ranked TCU Horned Frogs come to town, and this is a big time game for Arizona State, possibly their best chance to get back into that top 25 over the next few weeks. Now, what are the keys to victory for Arizona State? Well, first we'll start defensively because you're going up against Josh Hoover, one of the best in the business. He leads all of Division I in passing yards per game. He is a very sound quarterback fundamentally. And I think the biggest key for ASU on defense, linebackers. Jordan Crooks has been leading the unit, and he looks great, but he's going to need to keep that play up. The linebackers are going to need to play really well in pass coverage. We've seen them in the past be very good fundamental tacklers, but if you can avoid those underneath routes, that's where those linebackers can play really well. Sam Levitt's going to have to be on his A game tonight. You look at what his connection can be with Jordan Tyson and Shaman Mateer. Those 3 need to be in sync. TCU has the 113th worst passing defense in all of Division I college football. You're going to need to take advantage of that if you want a win here tonight. Those three have to be on. We've seen great things out of the running back room. If that can stay deep and that can stay consistent, this is a very well-rounded Arizona State team, but they're going to need to show it off tonight if they have ambitions of getting back into that top 25. Guys? Thanks, guys. The success of the Sun Devils doesn't end when they stop donning the maroon and gold. Let's take a deep dive into the pro success of ASU alum recently. And we'll start with former Arizona State wrestler Zahid Valencia, who won 2 NCAA titles at ASU and just became the oldest United States wrestler to win his first world title in 19 years. He beat Hayato Ishiguro 12-0 in Sunday's 86-kilo freestyle final, taking home gold. Moving over to the ice, former goalie Joey Decord has been having a phenomenal NHL career and has been making headlines not only with his great play, but his unique helmet and face mask. He's played for 2 NHL teams, the Ottawa Senators and his current squad, the Seattle Kraken, boasting a career 2.76 goals against average and a .906 save percentage, and he also notches 5 shutouts. Decord joined TNT recently and gave praise to ASU's hockey program. 2 Sun Devils made an impact in the National Football League. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers needed a touchdown to win, and from the 2-yard line with 6 seconds to go, Rashad White scored the game-winning touchdown against the Houston Texans. 2024 ASU star running back Cam Skattebo made his impact on the high-scoring affair between the New York Giants and Dallas Cowboys. In the classic Skattebo running style that Sun Devil fans are used to seeing, he powered his way in for his first NFL touchdown from a yard out. Though the Giants did lose, Skattebo had 11 rushes for 45 yards. The former Sun Devils are performing at high levels beyond ASU, and with that, I'll toss it back to the desk.